I wanted to make a video on how to deal with a heartbreak. You know, they say going through a heartbreak is just as bad as like heroin withdrawal, right? Now, I recently got out of a heartbreak. I've learned a lot, not just through this heartbreak, but other heartbreaks in the past. And not that there isn't really great content out there about heartbreaks, but I just figured I would make a straightforward video how to deal with a heartbreak. You're in a heartbreak, right? You're really upset. You're all over the floor. It's not looking good, right? Okay. So it doesn't really matter how long you're with somebody. I mean, obviously, the longer you're with someone, the harder the fall is going to be. But when you're in love with someone and they don't want you, it's the worst feeling in the world. Like chopping off nipples would not be as painful as a heartbreak. Sometimes, maybe. I don't know if I should. Okay. Let's say you were with somebody. They no longer want to be with you. You know, the pain that you have is usually, here in the nipple region. It's just a dark, thick feeling like you can't breathe. Almost. I have three steps to getting you into a better place. And I think if you follow these 3 steps, or at least do them in some capacity, you can absolutely transform your life from where it is right now. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to stop communicating with them. That's number 1. Okay? And I know to some people this might be obvious, but the thing is, man, when you're in love with someone and they don't want you, a lot of the time, you want them even more. The more they don't want you, the more you want them. And the irony of it is, the more you try, the further that they're going to push away from you. You've accepted that they don't want you. You're going to stop communicating with them. That's the first thing you're going to do. Do not contact this person. Now, if you're in a situation where they are contacting you, messing with your head, stop contacting. Cease it immediately. You can't get over somebody if you're around them. It doesn't work. Conversating with them on a daily basis, if you're seeing them, if you're spending time with them, you're not going to get over them. You're going to want them more. So you really have to cut that communication off. Let's say you do that. You've accepted that they don't want you. You've stopped communicating with them. What are you going to do now? What I want you to do is I want you to think about. I really want you to be serious. I know I'm a silly guy, but I really want you to be serious about this. I want you to really think about, what do you want? What do you want out of life? And I don't want you to answer that in the comment section, okay? I want you to think about it. Really sit and think, what is it that I want out of my life? Not the partner, not the person. Don't say that. That's not. Really sit and think about, what do you want out of life? Really, what do you want? I don't care if it seems impossible. I don't care if you want to be a damn lobster. Well, that's maybe not. Okay, it's got to be reasonable, obviously, right? You really want to really figure out, what do you want? What do you want out of life? What do you want to be? And I'm not saying, listen, you could be 15, you could be 55. It doesn't matter to me. Age does not matter in this, because heartbreak doesn't care about age, right? Just like herpes. You're broken. You're in a million pieces all over the floor, right? What do they do in the military, right? What do? They break you down so they can build what they want. That's what we're going to do here. When you figure out what you want in life, what do you want to be? What do you want to do? What's your mark on society going to be? Once you got that, you're going to take all of the pain, the sorrow, the misery, the lies, the deception, the late night phone calls, all that. You're going to take all that pain and you're going to use it to fuel yourself to become greater than you ever were. You want to slowly, over the course of however long it takes, you're going to rebuild yourself into such a stronger person than you ever thought was possible. This pain that this person gave to you, it really the way you got to think about it, it's a gift that this person gave you. So you're going to take this pain, you're going to fuel yourself so that you are unstoppable. I'm going to use this pain to my advantage to build me and construct myself into an unstoppable force. The pain's going to be there whether you want it there or not, right? It's going to be there whether you want it there or not. You might as well use it to your advantage. You can honestly think about this pain and this heartbreak like a wild fire-breathing dragon. You're either going to let it consume and kill you, or you're going to tame it and use it to your advantage to become a greater warrior. It's either going to consume you or you're going to consume it. It's one or the other. There's no other choice. This pain is here, And you got to remember too, the pain is not forever. It's temporary. Time is one of the best ways to heal. You have this pain that you didn't have before. Use it to your advantage. Use it to fuel yourself, to push yourself beyond the limits. That's really what you want to do. I'm going to chip away at myself and I'm going to work on myself. Every day you're going to put a new piece together, right? You can think of it like you're putting a puzzle together, right? Puzzles are fun. Right, Grandma? A lot of people put their worth in other people. They think that this partner I was with, they gave me my self-worth. And now they don't want me anymore. You can't help but feel worthless. But that's a lie. That's a lie that you told yourself. You're not worthless. And your worth is not in anybody else but yourself. You are the architect of your own self. When you go and work out, right? Because I do that. Not really. But when you go and work out, what do, right? You're doing reps, right? And then what happens the next day? You're sore. Why are you sore? Why are your muscles sore? Well, because the day before, you were ripping them up. You were breaking your muscles down. And then over time, they heal stronger. When you break a bone, what happens, right? You break that bone, what happens to that bone? It literally heals itself stronger than it was before. And that's exactly what you're going to do. So you've accepted they don't want you. You stopped communicating with them. And you're starting every day to rebuild yourself using that pain to your advantage. Just like the muscles in the bones. So I have one last thing that you're going to do. This is really crucial, but it's the most difficult. And it's the one that I know a lot of you probably will have the biggest issue with. But as you'll see, it's just as important as these other things. And that thing is, you must forgive them. I know a lot of you are saying, that's crazy. How am I supposed to forgive her? When you hear that, I think people think, oh, you let them off the hook. You accept what they did and it was okay, whatever, right? The best way I can describe it is what you're doing. When you forgive somebody, first of all, forgiveness is a personal thing. Forgiveness is not something you preach. Forgiveness is not something that you even tell the person. You can let them know, but that's not what it's about. Forgiveness is internal. Basically, what you're doing when you forgive somebody is you're taking all of the horrors, all of the pain, all of the awful things that they did to you and that they caused, and you're letting them go. Forgiveness is something that is very personal. It's not something that, okay, I'm going to forgive Cheryl. Let me give her a call. It's internal. It's, hey, I've hung on to this long enough. Another part of forgiveness, too, is understanding why the person did what they did and understanding that they didn't know any better. When you forgive somebody, you say, I know you did these horrible things, but I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to hang on to it anymore. I'm not going to be bitter about it anymore. When you don't forgive, it only hurts you because you're the one that carries that around. It doesn't hurt the other person. That other person doesn't even know. They don't care. When you do all these things in concert, it frees you from those constraints of that other person. Just to recap, you're going to accept that it's over. That's already one and done, right? You're going to stop communicating with the person. That's a huge one. You're going to use this pain to your advantage. You're going to use it to fuel yourself to become greater and better than what you were before. And this is not a quick process. This is an everyday, I'm going to get up and I'm going to work on myself every single day. It takes time and dedication, and you can't give up. And you have to have not only a positive mindset in this, but also surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people who will lift you up, who will be there for you when you need them. That's really important. Because if you have a bunch of negative Nancys in your back pocket, what are you doing, right? So stop communicating with the person. Think about what you really want in life and use the pain to fuel yourself to get there. And then at the end of the day, you got to forgive them. Because if you don't, it's only going to hurt you. It doesn't affect the other person, whether you forgive them or not. I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to forgiveness, man, they think like it's I got to let that person know or they need to be aware. And it's not about that. Because forgiveness is an inner endeavor. It's something that you do personally for yourself. I know they didn't mean to cause me all this, and maybe they did. Maybe they did mean to cause you all that misery. It doesn't matter. You accept it and you let it go. They say if you love something, you'll let it go, because if it's meant to be, it'll come back. So, food for thought? I don't know. And you don't have to forgive right now. It's when you're ready to forgive. It's not when anybody else is ready to do nothing. Wake up every day and think about 3 things that you're grateful for. Just any 3 things. When you wake up tomorrow, just be thankful. You can't be sad and grateful at the same time. You can't be angry and grateful at the same time. So being grateful, gratitude is really important. Being grateful for what you have and not for what you don't have. Because there's always going to be something you don't have, right? There's always something somebody else has that you want, and I can't have it. You know, some people want a smaller nose, right? So, you know, their father can stop making fun of them at the Christmas party last year. Dad, what you're going through, you're not going through it alone. Focus on yourself, building yourself back up into a better person, and gratitude, forgiving. This is all important. Just know that you can overcome that. So in a nutshell, how to get over somebody, how to deal with a heartbreak. Number 1, you're going to accept that it's over. Number 2, you're going to stop communicating with that person. You're going to cease all communication, because communicating to them is just going to make you want them more. And the more you want someone who doesn't want you, the more they don't want you, because it's some weird, twisted, it's like backwards from how you think it would be. It's very strange. Figure out what you want in life and look at all the pieces that you have all over the floor, all the pieces of yourself. And you're going to take the pain and you're going to use it to motivate and fuel yourself. And every day you're going to pick up another piece and put it where you want. Another piece, put it where you want every day. No one is going to give you your worth. You are the generator of your own worth. And you are worthy, whoever you are. You know, it's funny. Sometimes it takes really horrible things to happen in your life for you to make the best decisions you've ever made, which is so odd and twisted when you think about it. I think that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Let me know in the comments if this helped you, if anything I said was helpful. If I could just help one person with this video, then it was totally worth it. See you in the next one. That's it.